Alright guys, welcome to episode 10 of the Gran Turismo 4 Let's Play, and we're going to be beginning the Gran Turismo World Championships. So, I'm expecting this to be a bit of a nightmare, but we did the last episode, episode 9, we did a shootout between the GT1 and the 787B, and we picked out which car was going to be the car of choice. The 787B was 2 seconds slower on our shootout than the GT1, and I wound up going with the GT1. It handles a bit better, so we're going straight to the Gran Turismo World Championships, and we're going to do our absolute best. So we've got 10 races to go through. We're going to do 2 races an episode. So we've got Tokyo R246 and Twin Ring Motegi Super Speedway in today's episode. And then the next episode will be Hong Kong and Seoul. And then the next episode will be El Capitan in New York, and so on and so forth, until we hit Sarthe. So these episodes are going to be long. These are probably going to be some of the longest episodes in the series, but I think it'd be fun to kind of just cover it all in A spec, because I usually would do stuff like this in B spec mode and just let the game play itself, because quite frankly, I don't really like sitting through these long races. But I think at the end of the day, this is something that I want to experience with you guys. So goodness gracious, the lineup is a bit aggressive. We've got the R89, the CLK GTR, the R92CP, the Vertigo, and the Minolta. So the car that I was told I would win through Costa di Amalfi. So we're going to bump the tires down to mediums, because of this race is going to be very hard on tires, and I don't really want to chance it the super softs to have to stop every 3 laps. I don't know how fast this car is going to be in comparison to all these other cars. So let's give it a best shot, though. Here we go. Race 1 of the World Championships. I always like mimicking the AI. We're already off to a bad start. The GT1 is not holding traction very well here. I'm a little nervous for this, watching this now. I'm hoping that the extra horsepower will be able to save our butts here. Coming into turn 1 here. It's got a lot of wheel spin for some reason. I don't know why. I think these tires just need to get a little warm. Alright, so we got around the Vertigo and the AMG. I am not shifting. I should shift. The 2 Nissans are probably going to be a bit of a threat. I think the Minolta is probably going to be the worst of the cars, but I think that these 2 Nissans are going to be nightmarish for me to deal with. Oh man, that bump was not good. That Nissan is right on my tail now. Oh, that was way too fast into that chicane, but it's fine. We are catching right up with the Minolta. They're on lap 1. We might be taking the lead early. Even the mediums are getting a little hot already, getting a little used already, which is making me a little nervous. I gotta hope this car can pull a massive lead before the end of this race, so I can have time to pit if that so becomes the scenario I have to play. We're gonna use the go-go gas a little bit here. Try to break away from the Minolta here, because that is going to be our biggest threat in this race. 240 miles an hour on the back straight here. Oh, coming into the first turn at 200 miles an hour is not the best thing to do here. Alright, here we go. Turns 3 and 4 or turns 2 and 3, I should say, are actually rather hard for me for some reason. I've always had a hard time with some of the chicanes on this track. I've been playing this game. I've been playing Gran Turismo my entire life, and some of these tracks, R246 included, tend to still have some difficulties for me. I'm hoping I can get at least about 5 or 6 laps out of these tires. I'm not really expecting it, but the GT1, though, doing its work today. Still a little too fast for that turn. Alright, coming into the final turn. I guess the second to last turn, because that little kink on the chicane counts, I guess. Or on the straightaway counts. I'm not going to use the go-go gas this lap. I'm going to try to use it every other lap. So lap 3 I'll use it, lap 5 I'll use it. Because it's kind of on short supply, and it's not something I can easily get refueled on a pit stop. So over 200 miles an hour into turn 1 again. This car is great. I I always said when I was younger I wanted to drive the GT1 on this game, and I didn't realize how good it would be. This is holding up pretty well so far. I mean, the tires are doing okay. I think the first lap, they definitely got a little beat up, but I think we're doing okay now. So maybe green, maybe I'm wrong about the tire system. I've always thought green was like they were getting a little bit used, but I guess it doesn't start getting bad until yellow, then orange, and red, and all that stuff. Maybe green is just them being warmed up, because I've noticed I'm not spinning in second anymore. If someone knows the tire system for this game, can y'all explain it to me? Because I'm still learning like the tire system in Gran Turismo. I think that's one thing I've always struggled with. Like I know the compound part of things, so I don't know about the like the color scheme, like the color codes. But we are breaking away from everyone pretty well here. I was really concerned about it, but we're doing fine, I think. And I think by lap 6, if I have to pit, we'll be plenty good to do so. Here we go, turn 1. A little quick, but we are good. I'm purposely leaving it a little bit faster for turns 2 and 3. Entering turn 4. A lot of understeer. I was a little bit too far away from the apex for that, but I managed to bring it back around. This car is so great. Like, I'm honestly impressed at how good this car is. Oh, way too fast. Way too fast. I about paid the price for it. I about had a bad spin out, and that would put me in trouble for trying to get a decent pit stop later and holding the lead here. Alright, second to last corner here. Really far from the apex there. Alright, here we go. Once again, over 200 miles an hour on the back straight. I might get more than 6 out of these tires, guys. Like, I was pretty sure I was going to have to be setting up new tires on this car at lap 6, but I think we might be fine. I've been meaning to use the nitrous. I just realized I didn't use it last lap or the third or lap 3 like I'd intended to. I guess I'll use it this lap, because I think we're going to be good on tires for a minute. We might be able to get through the whole race on one set of tires. I don't know. A little bit of limiter. All right, here we go. They're gonna that back left's getting a little worn, so I think probably lap 7, depending on how it's looking, I'll probably pit. Because I've got a pretty large lead. I think I'm probably gonna be okay to pit on the next couple laps, because this car just goes away from that Minolta. You get the Google gas going. Oh, hit that wall there. Up the spray a little bit. 247 miles an hour on that front straight, which is just insane to me. This car is very fast. That was a lot better of a turn there. I think my best lap right now is a 121. A lot of limiter. A lot of understeer. Oh, that's not good. I better get moving. Yeah, I think we got one more lap out of these tires. I think, oh, maybe not. That was a pretty bad tail slide there. Oh yeah, I think we're just going to go ahead and pit on this lap. I think we are safe in terms of like distance. If I can get like a really good high-speed entry into the pit, I think we'll probably be more than safe. But yeah, this is getting pretty bad. I think I'm going to go ahead and pit. I think I'm going to be smart. I'm not going to wait till the tires are cooked, even though they're pretty bad already as it is. So I'm going to go ahead and start hugging this left wall here. Yeah, get a 170. Well, that didn't go to plan. We're going to get no fuel because I think we're plenty fine on fuel. I think they are going to get the pass on me, though. I think that entry like really goofed me up there. But it's fine. I mean, I was able to make up a lot of ground, so I think we'll probably be good. Especially once we get these tires swapped up. If they can get this done fast. They aren't doing it very fast. I need to get moving. Go, go, go. Come on, let me down, let me down, let me down. Put it down, put the car down, put the car down. Let's go. Even though I'm not entirely scared. I mean, again, this car is very fast, and I think I can make up that ground relatively quickly. It's going to be a challenge. I just got to not make mistakes. That has always been my problem whenever I'm playing catch-up, is I make mistakes. I push too hard, and then I wreck. And I don't want to do that here. That pit stop did cost me, though. I think if all else fails and I don't win this, I'm probably going to just go to racing hard tires. Oh, this is a lot of understeer there. So this is what I'm talking about. I start making mistakes, so I gotta keep pushing the car because I'm trying to catch back up. That and these tires are cold, so... so much understeer and these tires are cold. That's going to prove to be a real problem here. So I'm probably going to have to use the spray here, use what's left of it here on the back straight. Goodness gracious. And try to use that to catch up because I am really far behind right now. I need to get these tires hot. Alright, I got 3 more laps to catch these guys. It's going to be hard, but I think we might be able to do it. I just got to be really sharp on my driving. I say that as I understeer into turn 1. This might not happen, guys. I honestly think that pit stop may have ruined me. And I'm going to be down on points rather hard for the next, amount of races. But I think I've got plenty of time to where if I take a really bad hit on this race, I can make a comeback through the other 9 races. I have complete confidence I'll win the next race. It's definitely insane to me, though, how they gained so much ground off of a pit stop. So much understeer there. Goodness gracious, why is it understeering so bad now? These are the exact same compound tires. I am glad I'm not running super soft, though, because I'd be stopping every 2 laps. I just know. This car, I'm actually happy I managed to get almost 7 laps out of these tires. Oh, one's pitting. I'm going to get a podium at least. If I can stop understeering. There we go. I'm at least going to podium, which will be nice. It'll put me in a good position in terms of points. That's the R8. It's the R8-9 or the R8-2, whichever Nissan race car that is. Tires are warm. I think it's going to be close. I'm going to try my absolute hardest to catch them. The Nissan's coming out of the pits, it looks like. I'm honestly surprised at how much ground I lost from the pit stop. I'm making mistakes here. I think if either one of those 2 cars pits, which I'm hoping they will, oh, the Nissan's leading. So who pit? Was it the Minolta that pitted? I really hope either one of those 2 is pitting right now so I can make up so much ground. think they did. They did. All right. My early pit is paying off. Okay, I was like really nervous. I was not gonna be able to get this comeback, but whew, man, that was a little bit scary. But back into the lead we go on the final lap of Tokyo R246 into turn 1. I just got to be really smart here. No more goofing up. I got to be really good. I'm back in the lead. I can get back to my calm self here. Lots of limiter going into turns 2 and 3 here. I was very concerned I wasn't going to pull this off. So I'm very happy that it's paid off and I can rest a little bit on that. I was really nervous. That is so lucky that they pit on the last lap. About to lap somebody, it looks like. That's going to be kind of cool. Oh, understeer. Gets me every time. I just wish I had some nitrous left over I could use to just absolutely demolish the straightaway. I'm curious if I've caught up to. It's got to be either the AMG or the Vertigo. Because both of those cars were poking through this race. Across the line, a 1:21.5 being our best lap. That was a long race. Yeah, that was the Vertigo. So it looks like, yeah, there it is. I see it on screen. That was tricky. That was a little bit harder than I expected, but we did good. That was a very tough race. So now we're gonna move on to our next race over on to Twin Ring. So. That was wild. That was a tough race. But the GT1 pulled it off. We managed to get that comeback. So now we've got 21 laps on this track. This is going to be tricky, I think, just to some extent. I think the GT1's probably going to be able to handle this really well. But let's find out. I mean, there's no other way to know than to find out. So it's a rolling race. So that'll kind of help me out with my tire issues, where I was spinning really bad last race. So hopefully now, being on a rolling race will at least help me out with not having, losing so much ground at the beginning from spinning. Even though I hear them spinning. Here we go. 21 laps of Motegi Super Speedway here. This car is going to be in its element because it is probably the fastest straight line car here. And again, I apologize for the artifacts. Again, this is on an emulator, so emulators aren't perfect. Oh, that was a pretty bad snap there on the steering. Right into second place on lap 1. I'm on the apron. I probably shouldn't be there. Oh, a lot of understeer coming into turn 2. A little bit of nitrous. Let's see how fast we can get up to before we hit turn 3. Oh, 250 miles an hour into turn 3. Lots of understeer. That's a wall tap there. We're fine. The Minolta is very quick. Come on. Oh, so much understeer. That's fine. We're going to get right around them. Bye. All right, turn 3. Lots of understeer again into turn 4. Another wall tap. The Minolta getting back around. How about no? I'm just gonna yoink. Thank you. Goodness gracious, this car has a lot of understeer in this track. I'm gonna try to break away a little bit by using the nitrous, getting up to 240 miles an hour. I gotta kind of figure out that sweet spot for this car. So 160 appears to be about how fast this car wants to go. Lap 5 here. Here we go. A little bit of throttle control. I'm to save the nitrous for the end here. I've got a little bit of nitrous left. I'm going to save it just in case I need it. Lots and lots of understeer. Here we go, lap 6. We're almost about a third of the way through. This car is no joke. Lap 7 here. We're a third of the way through the race here already. So we're about 3 minutes. This should be about a 9-minute race, I would, if I had to guess. Coming in fast on the vertigo. Oh, little bump there. Into lap 3, or lap turn 3. A little bit of coasting. Looks like we're coming in on the AMG here. So we get ready to go into turn 1. Tires are doing really well today. I think that's one thing that this car's getting right around the AMG. That was kind of close. I kind of was worried about it tapping the back end of the car. All right, here we go. Going into lap 9. 27.1 is still our best lap so far. Curious to see if I can get any faster. There were a lot of understeer going into turn 2. Who's that coming up behind me? I can't tell. I think that's the Minolta. A lot of power exiting turn 4. All right, entering lap 10. I think we are getting close to about 2/3 through. I think lap 14 will be 2/3 through. This car's doing great. I'm honestly really happy with how it's performing. The understeer in turn 4 could be better, but that front right's getting a little cooked, but I think we're going to be fine for now. I think lap 14 probably be a good time to pit. Not entirely sure. We'll take a look as the tires get hot, or the tires get used up. But I think right now we're doing decent. I'm trying to build up as much ground as I can before I pit. Oh, a lot of understeer there. I think that tire is definitely getting a little worn. If I can get to if I can pit on lap 14, so get through lap 14 this time instead of saying I'm going to pit on lap 7 and then I don't even make it to 7. Well, I had to shift in the 5th for that. I am losing a lot here. I'm having to slow down a lot for these turns. I think that's costing me big time here. All right, I need to get 2 more laps out of these tires and then we'll go to pit. Alright, so yeah, my girlfriend called, so I had to answer that. Now we're back into it. Let's get this back going. Oh, gosh. I want to get at least 1 more lap out of this thing before I pit. Entering turn 3. Gotta slow down a lot. This car is really not liking me right now. 1 more lap. Let's do this. Full throttle, coming around turn 2. I'm so ready to get new tires in this car though and get this thing back up to full power. Having to go into 4th gear in this turn is not ideal. I'm about to miss pit. No fuel. Let's hope this pit's fast. Oh, looks like someone else is pitting with me. 2 cars are pitting, it looks like. Unless one just smacked the pit lane. We got 2 cars pitting. I think both are the race leaders. see if I get overtaken here. I did not. Oh, actually, one of them was. Here we go. Back on cold tires again, but looks like our race leader's pitting. So it looks like I'll be able to make up ground rather quickly here. Gotta get these tires warmed back up. Oh yeah, back to full power feels so good. These tires nice and hot. I really do like this car. I think I really like this car. So Minolta's back in second. So that car's been stuck in pit lane for a minute. I wonder if they're fueling that up too. I haven't really been watching the fuel very much in this car because of the fact that it's been doing perfectly fine on fuel. Oh, there it goes. It's moving again. Okay, so I was like, here's what's going on. The game had glitched, and he was like, banished the pit lane for the rest of the race or what? But it looks like we are going to be cleared to close out this race, though, with a victory. Very happy. I got 14 laps out of these tires, which I didn't expect. And the car is holding up amazingly. Looks like we're going to lap a few cars as we come around the down the back straight here. I'm going to turn 3. Drop the car down to 160, which is about the sweet spot for this turn. Looks like I'm up on the AMG. Yep, that is for sure the AMG. Dab the brakes a little bit so I can get around it. There's the Vertigo. We might be getting ready to lap the Minolta. I think actually those are both Nissans. I think those are just both Nissans. Get around the Vertigo. Entering lap 20 out of 21. We got 2 more laps to go. The car is doing great. This is a very solid outing to kind of get a second win in the WC. Oh, lots of understeer. Was not expecting that. Here you go, final lap. You got both Nissans right in front of me, giving me a hard time to get around. But it's fine. And use the giggle gas a little bit to get away. 250 miles an hour on the back straight as we enter turns 3 and 4. And a new best lap on the final lap, a 26.9. Very solid outing from the race car. And there we go. Race 2 of the GTWC is now done. I think that was a solid run for these cars. That was really intense there. But yeah, good little outing. Currently in the lead in points. Off to our 3rd race, which I will cover in the next episode. So I hope you all enjoyed this episode of the Gran Turismo 4 Let's Play, episode 11, coming soon with Hong Kong. And I believe, what was the other racetrack? I know there was another track after this. I don't remember which. But yeah, I will catch you guys in the next episode. Take it easy, guys. Have a wonderful day.